Mike, is it hard to guard against a letdown after such an emotional win like that against U of A, which is normally your last game of the season?
I mean, obviously, it was an incredible win and just an incredible feeling, especially Coach Graham talks about, one of the best memories about senior night, or senior days that you won the game, and we accomplished that. And it's just something that's going to hold with us forever, especially this senior class. But, it is a new week, and there's a lot riding on this game this week, so we're just going to rally up. It's time to move on. But we definitely we enjoyed the win, but it's time to focus, and the focus is Cal.
You guys have had a lot of success. Last game, you had a lot of success stretching the ball vertically, especially Devin Lucien twice, and then Jalen Harvey. What has changed, or what did you see in last game that really made that possible?
A lot of it boils down to preparation. We had a great week of preparation. Practiced extremely hard. I think we're one of the only teams in the country that are still in pads at this point in the season and going full speed, 100%. I mean, we're ready to. We know how practicing at a very high level helps us perform at a high level on game day. So credit to those guys. Getting open, making plays. Offensive line played one of their best games all year, but moving on to this week, we're gonna have to do a lot of the same things and just stick to our fundamentals.
Mike, a lot was said about the last home game for the seniors. Now, for the seniors, it's the last Pac-12 game that you guys will ever play. Has there been a talk among the seniors about that, and how much would it mean to finish conference play that very last time with a win?
Yeah, actually, Coach Norvell, that was the last thing he said to me in our meetings today. He said, you do realize this is your last conference game you'll ever play, and it kind of hit me. I mean, just because this is such an incredible conference. We've been a lot of us guys have been able to be a part of it for 5 years, and just knowing that we're going to be able to be on the road, just have another opportunity to just play our hearts out just like we did last week, and just have fun. I think that's been the message these last couple of weeks, is just have fun, playing hard, and just playing for the person to the left and right of you.
Mike, you're obviously known as a quarterback that does a good job of spreading the ball, but then again, you have to get what the defense, take what the defense gives you. Was it harder, maybe concentrating a little more on Devin Lucien, last week, as maybe not spreading the ball as much as you did in previous weeks?
Devin's he's been an incredible asset to this football team, just with what he brings as far as speed and physicality and having great hands. And obviously, you never want to operate outside the system. That's something that I've continued to learn every single week, and just being able to see, playing with your eyes, hands, and feet. Coach talks about that all the time, and it boils down to preparation. I mean, if Devin keeps getting open, he's gonna get the ball. I mean, that's just how it works. And wide receiver position is obviously a unique position because everybody wants the ball, but there's only one. But our offense is at our best when we're doing what we're coached to do. And as long as the quarterback unit can keep doing that, we'll keep moving forward in the right direction.
Mike, Todd said that an injury that may have gone unnoticed was Jalen Harvey's, and now that having him back, he's making plays. What does he add when he's out there?
When I think about Jalen Harvey, I just think about physicality, just the fact that when the ball's in the air, Jalen's going to come down with it or nobody is. And I've got a special relationship with him because he's one of the funniest kids that I've been around. He's very comfortable for being such a young kid around here. He's got his hands, with a lot of different people. He's got a lot of different relationships on this football team. I mean, he's the kind of guy sometimes he just shows up on our doorstep to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers game the other day with us. And he's just such a comfortable kid just for being a redshirt freshman. As a quarterback, if I see him out there, I got all the trust in the world in him because I know how he prepares and I know the type of tenacity that he plays with. So he's going to be a special player for this football team for the years to come.
Mike, how do you think the career of Jordan Simone should be remembered by Sun Devil fans?
Wow. Man, if people only knew half of the amount of preparation that kid does, here's your Jordan Simone speech. I mean, I've lived with him for quite a while now. The kid eats, sleeps, and breathes Arizona State football. He goes to sleep about 8:30 at night. We make sure that there's quiet hours when we're in season, and Jordan, all he does is he stretches, watches film, makes sure he does his homework on time. But the kid he's been my favorite person watched play football in my entire life.
Mike, if you can, going back to 2012, there was so much said about this program. Couldn't win in California, and then when in Todd's first year, you guys go to Cal, you get that big win. How big was that win to turn the tide for this program?
And I remember that win. It felt special when we were up there and we won. I think one of my biggest memories is just kind of celebrating with Sun Devil Nation in the corner whenever you're at a visiting away site. And I think that's just kind of the spark that when we do go on the road, just because of the values that this program is about, if we stick to our character, stick to our identity, it doesn't matter where we are, we can go get a win. And it's not about talent, it's not about the rankings, this is the 5 stars, high school recruits or whatever. It boils down to the leadership that you have on the football team and what's in the hearts and minds of the players. And I think that just going into it expecting to win and just not being cocky, but just having a certain swagger about you that this is a fun sport, and whoever shows up who wants it more that day is going to win. So we're looking to go on the road and play our hearts out.
Mike, for you personally, you're winding down. It's only 2 games left. I want to get your thoughts on how you approach these last 2 games.
It really is more about how we approach these last couple of games, just because Coach talked about that today. Is like, obviously, wins and losses are something that I can't tell you that in 30 years I'm going to remember my career win-loss record here, since 2011. I couldn't tell you that right now. But what I will remember is just those times that we've had on the field, off the field, at bowl games, and just the memories that I have with the guys on the left and right of me. So it's just going to be a special opportunity to soak in these last couple tram rides when we're freezing all with our helmets on, or those hot summer days. It's just going to be a special time to reflect these and obviously go win football games.
Can you just talk about the scout team this year and what you've seen in them and what kind of look they've been giving you to get ready for these games?
That's a great question. It's something that I've been talking about all year. And I actually remember when Jordan used to play on the scout team, he used to give us a lot of troubles. And you'd be like, Jordan, they don't do that. But he's just being a reactive football player. And we do have some of those guys on our scout team right now that are making athletic plays that you can just see in the years to come. These are going to be freak talents out there on the football field. A couple of guys that come to mind is Jalen Bates. He gives us problems on that defensive line. Bo Wallace has been incredible, and a lot of the guys on that scout defense they work their tails off, and it's going to be pretty special to see them suit up and make plays in Sun Devil Stadium.
Mike, just want to get your thoughts on Thanksgiving. What do you like to throw down on Thanksgiving, and what's the best part of the day for you?
Thanksgiving. Well, unfortunately, my mom, I haven't had my mom's Thanksgiving in quite some time, but I'm definitely a stuffing guy. I'm a white meat turkey guy, but I will be heading to the Simone household this year, so we'll see what that Italian family has going on. I can't say it's going to be better than the Bercovici household already, but but it's going to be special. I love Thanksgiving, one of my favorite holidays, just because of what it represents. But I'm ready to try the Simone stuffing, see what it's all about.